What up? Yo! Hello everybody! It's your main guy Danny Fire here with the Q&A. Hi, people of the internet. How are you today? Let's start this new week's of chat, which was a sentence that made sense, with me asking how you're feeling. If you're new now, put it in the chat. If you're on YouTube, spam it in that everlasting waterfall. And if this video has been uploaded and you're in the comments, just leave me a comment telling me how you feel, because maybe I'll come back to this in like 2 days' time after I've uploaded it, and I'll just see it. And I don't care how you feel, it's just a social experiment for me to see how the millennials are thinking. Sick, said Natalie. Yeah, boy, said Michelle. Good. Chilled, said Lil. Dandy, said Molly. Evening. Were you saying good evening to me, or just like, I'm feeling evening right now? If so, I know exactly what you're saying. I relate to that, and I also always pretty evening. Look at that like cannon on the screen. Thank you for that. Amazing. Happy, stressed, nostalgic, my brain hurts, and dead. Also had I'm a mess there. That's you guys. You're always feeling so good. So I wasn't here last week. Oh my god. Yeah, the website that I stream on you now was broke, and I was like ready to go, and then they DM'd me saying, "Don't go live. It's not working." And I was like, whoa, calm down, bruh. So soz about that. But I did poke my head into Phil's stream. So if you want to see me wrapped up in a blanket like a weirdo, then you can go to Less Amazing Phil and check me out on Phil's channel, where I appeared wearing this. Yeah, so everyone's like obsessed with this blanket at the moment. I don't know why. I've never been a blanket person. I don't know about you, but I've never owned blankets. I've never felt blankets. I could not relate to blankets. And then one day, a friend bought me this space blanket, and I was like, okay, I guess I'll put this over me when I'm cold. And it's like now, I literally can't imagine life without blankets. I walk around the house with it on me like a cape all the time, like all day. Like I'm full Wholesome Howl Sister Daniel 100% of the time. There's no two ways about it. I can't sit without it covering me completely, and I feel like it's just ruined my life. I haven't experienced a summer with it yet, so it's like, do I need the emotional safety blanket of the blanket, but then it'll be too hot for it? I'm not sure. How did you live without it? Said Bree. I don't know, Bree C123. Dan's got a problem, but it's just so... it looks kind of creepy when I do that. That one there looked a bit disturbing, but yeah, this is Wholesome Howl right here, if you want me to recreate the cosplay. If you're wondering what I look like in my daily life, I literally just look like this all the time. You look stoned, said somebody. Is this what you look like when you're stoned? Like this? If so, that's pretty good. You could have red eyes. Wholesome Howl. Yeah, so now it's changed my life. Don't know about you. I'm a blanket guy. It's my branding. I went to YouTube to check out the chat, and one person said, I'm feeling sad. I want death. And someone said, I'm sweaty in the summer, but I'll wear a blanket anyway. Okay. Always nice to check on you. YouTube comments. So what's happened in the world in the last week? I feel like it's been quite eventful. A few things happened. The Oscars happened. What in Tarnation meme blew up in a big way. Me and Phil have had an ongoing creep shot war. I'm just looking at my Twitter right now. I petted a dog earlier. Did you see about this? Okay, I'll keep my blanket on for this. This is people watching. This is the highlight of the stream. This is the most exciting thing that I'll tell about today. So our neighbours have a dog. A lot of people were saying, Dan and Phil, you're not allowed a dog. What's up with this? The people that are our neighbours own their apartment, so they're allowed to do whatever the hell they want. We don't own our apartment. Our landlord owns it, and our landlord doesn't want pets because, I don't know, like they make things smell or something. He's clearly just a terrible, awful human being that no one should ever have to interact with. So they get a dog, and we just have to hear their dog like some cruel twist of fate. Anyway, they always leave the door open to let their dog into the hallway, because I bet they walk their dog, and then it's got really messy, muddy feet, but then they can't be bothered to clean it, so they just kind of let it sit in the hallway. So sometimes we get freaking jump scared by this dog. I'm not even joking. I'll go to get like a parcel that's come in the mail, and then there'll just be a dog like, hello, in the hallway, and I'll be like, Jesus, fuck, and I'll start screaming, and then the dog will start woofing It's very dramatic, and then the neighbours will come out and be like, "What's happening?" And they'll be like, "Oh, it's just Dan being a weirdo. Nothing new here." Honestly, what would our neighbours think of us? What do they think is happening? We're just screaming in the middle of the night, stomping round, making the weirdest noises, and then just like blaring Game of Thrones on full volume at 3 a.m. But we don't like smash anything. I can't decide whether we're like the best neighbours or the worst ones. But today, I went to go get the mail, and I left our front door open. And at some point, when I was just busy going through my daily life, I looked down, and their dog was just like, hi, in the room. And I had like a moment. Because if you're not expecting a dog in your house, because you don't have a dog, and then you turn around and there's this thing just like, hello! You're like, it's a giant rat. I mean, to be fair, living in London, the chances of your house getting burgled by a giant rat happens about 3 times a day. So you can maybe kind of relate to me there. But this dog appeared, and I was like, oh, right, I left the door open. It's here. Well, no one seems to be complaining, so I'll just have fun with you for a bit. So I got on the floor, and I was just baby talking to the dog. Who's a good boy? You're a good boy. Look at you. Oh, you're muddy. Oh, you're getting mud on me. Oh, you're getting mud on all of my possessions. But that's okay, because you're still a good boy, and everything you do is valid, Mr. Dog. So you just dribble on me, and you get me muddy, and that's okay, because I live to serve. And I was just doing some emails, doing some editing, and the dog was just there, and I was stroking it. And then I heard some, like, kerfuffle downstairs. And I was like, oh, the neighbours, I'll go, like, tell them that the dog's here. So I was like, come on, dog. And then I met the neighbour, and she was like, oh my God, you found him! And I was like, excuse me. They're like, what? We've been looking for an hour! You've been what? Sorry, did I miss something? And they were like, we left the door open, and we thought that the dog had run away! And I was like, shit. They don't know that I left my... They thought the dog had just run out into the road and died, or literally gone to another country, or something, like the dog had run to Iran now, across the landmass. But it was literally just in the office in our apartment, and I was just stroking it. And then I just didn't think to tell anyone, because I just liked it in the room, until I heard them in the hallway. So I was just like, cool! Closed the door and went upstairs, and I was like, I kidnapped my neighbour's dog. They were like nearly crying. Irresponsible pet owner, said somebody. Maybe, I don't know, the dog just chills quite a lot. I think it's just the amount of time it was gone, and the fact that it wasn't in the hallway or their apartment. They were probably like, where did the dog go? I don't think they'd think, oh, it went into the neighbour's house and they kept it for an hour. Because that's a normal thing that people do with other people's pets. But yeah, that's what I did. Everyone's saying, what kind of dog was it? I'm not sure. I think it was some kind of terrier. It was small and black, fluffy, a bit ratty, and muddy. All I know is it was a good boy. I presume it's a boy. I think he's a boy. He was a good boy. Even if you're a girl, you can be a good boy if you're a dog. Oh yeah. Boys in Pan Am said, what do you think of EXO? I think they're good. Scottish Terrier, says everybody. I'll Google that. Was it a Scottish Terrier? No, I mean, what's a Scottish Terrier when it's not it was like more fluffy. I think it was, let me see, breeds of terrier. Oh my God, I just Googled breeds chart and there's like 5 million. Okay, terriers, here we go. Australian, bought, this is the best thing I've done today, a Cairn Terrier. It looked a bit Norfolk Terrier. I feel like it was a Norfolk Terrier. Or was it a Norwich Terrier? I think it was a black Norfolk Terrier. There you go. Shit, there's dog breed charts on the internet. Now I know what I'm doing with my life. Are you kidding me? A relevant question from somebody in the chat. Katerina said, help, I have a hot personal trainer. There is absolutely no way that you'll be able to contain yourself. You'll do something weird. Maybe you'll get romantic and you'll break his professional trust and it'll be really awkward. All you can think is that to him, you're just another sweaty person in the day. So he'll never think of you like that. That's the thing. You go to a doctor and you're like, hot donctor. Like, here we go. It's that fan fiction snort. You know, the Doctor just saw a million people, like, dribbling snot out of their asses. Like, they're feeling the least romantic ever. So if you got a hot teacher, a hot doctor, a hot personal trainer, trust, they don't want it. Don't do it. It would be so awkward. I feel like it's the thing I do, but just don't. Donna Sabrosa said, have you seen Brittany Ever After? No, I haven't. Should I? I mean, a lot of people are telling me to watch Logan at the moment, but if you think I should ditch Logan and go watch Brittany Ever After, then perhaps I should. Who knows? Maybe I'm missing out on things. What am I missing out on? So hi to Sophie and Joanna. Hi, Sophie and Joanna. Notice me, Dan Senpai. Hey, Butterina. I saw Wicked on Saturday. I have not seen Wicked. Is it? I mean, I hear it's pretty legendary. Is it something that I should, like, go and do it? Millie Soft Howell said, what's up with all this stay hydrated comments in your videos? Everyone in the chat's like, what? You haven't seen Wicked? Okay, sorry. I'm just, like, aware of the songs in it from that, like, one episode of Glee where they sang Defying Gravity. I'll take that note. I forgot what the person messaged me saying. Remind me, chat. I got distracted by the shouting. What did the person say? Help! You made my day. Thanks, Tara. That's good. It was lit. So when you get your own dog, one day, Taylor. Hydration. Thank you. Bianca in the chat. And now everyone's like, hydrated. I don't know. I just feel like 2017 is a year where we all need to band together and be wholesome and just spread positivity and good advice. And something that people don't do enough is stay hydrated. So, you know, I feel like this is a theme that will stay in our videos, to stay hydrated. It's just a little bit of what we're doing. Totally. You actually licked those cartridges, said Cecile. Yeah, that's the thing. So, the new Nintendo console, the Nintendo Switch, came out. That's exciting. Everyone we know got sent one from Nintendo. And we didn't, so we emailed them and we were like, hello! And they were like, who are you? And we were like, okay, rejected! Can we have one, please? And they were like, okay, well, I guess you know this PJ guy, so thanks. Good to know Dan and Phil. Getting rejected forever. So, we had fun. If you haven't seen, okay, in order of importance, Nintendo have got this new console. The games are little cartridges. They coated the cartridges in the same stuff that you put on your nails that are gross to stop you from biting them, so that kids and animals don't swallow them. And it was in the news, like, apparently there's this rumor that we did this. So we woke up and we were just like, let's do it. So we were just thinking, like, this will just be one of the biggest shitposts of a video we've ever done. It's up there with Dan and Phil Crafts, the video of me putting ham on my face on the second channel. Like, it was one of the all-time Dan and Phil shitpost uploads, I think. We were like, why not? It'll be funny. So we did it. And then in that afternoon, everyone was like, oh my god, imagine if YouTubers did this. And I was just sat there editing it like, So thanks to Tomska and all the other people in the world that are so disappointed in me and Phil that we actually did that. I thought it was pretty funny. For real, don't do it, because we started trying to play 1-2 Switch and we had to, like, clean the game because it didn't work. So you can, like, literally break your games by licking them. / maybe poison yourself. I don't know. Don't do it. It's weird. But that was good. You brought me and my girlfriend Rox together. Thank you. That's good to hear, Lila. Shout out Roxy, and Google Nile is sick. I guess it's still going with that survey. The last handful of games with was too sexual. 1-2 Switch. Right, we'll get to that. So we made this video. It was funny. A lot of people were like, oh my god, Dan, Phil, I can't believe you actually did this. And a lot of people, they really gave us that kind of shitposting kudos. Like, go you for actually uploading something so ironically trashy to your channel. You've exceeded my biggest disappointments in a way that's amazing. Some people, though, were, like, actually upset. It was the funniest thing ever. Like, we had comments from people that weren't being at all sarcastic. They were like, Dan and Phil, I've been following your content for years. Really appreciate you. I think you stand out, but I just never thought you'd upload something so shallow and disappointing. People were like, what? Oh, but, like, who on earth was taking that seriously? Like, me and Phil, we uploaded the video as a joke. You really thought that we were licking things as serious? Oh my god, we always get surprised by the diversity of humanity. So just in case you took that video a bit too seriously and you're upset, don't worry. Don't take it seriously. We just did it as a joke and we played the video in the next time, okay? Don't get too upset. But speaking of the video, Jesus, did you see it that we uploaded yesterday? So they've got the new game called 1-2 Switch, which is basically the minigame thing that comes with the console. And every single one of these minigames was the most unintentionally sexual thing you've ever seen. Like, I don't think Japan Nintendo, when they were making this, thought it would be so sexual. But the first one was like, milk, you've got to milk a cow. And the next one's eating sandwich, you've got to eat a sandwich. And the next one's soda shake, you've got to shake the soda. Me and Phil were like, really? Like, sometimes we add the innuendo, and a lot of people are saying it doesn't come with it. It does not. You have to buy it for £50. Yeah. I bet we don't know. Honestly, it was way too sexual. I've got one of these here. This was so funny. Like, if you go on, basically, this is the... Jesus Christ, here we go. Unlock. This is the controller here, this thing that's like, for my giant sausage hands, it's like too thin. And it clips onto the side of it, and it's like really cool. Did you film it? Said somebody. Yes, we filmed it. If you want to see this strange innuendo-laden video, it's on Danisnotinteresting Games now. So even if you're not someone that's into gaming, like gaming's boring, you don't like it, you don't care about Nintendo, this video is basically just me and Phil being forced to do ridiculous things, and it is very funny. So go to Danisnotinteresting Games on YouTube and watch it. It's 10 minutes of bants. These are the things you clip onto it, but they come with these stupid... You know how, like, everyone smashes their TVs with the Wii, because they'd be like, time to do some Wii bowling, and then they just, like, chuck it into the screen and crack it. Well, they're like, yeah, put these wrist straps on. But to do that, you have to clip these things on, and they are the most horrible things in the entire world. Like, taking this in and out of the Nintendo Switch, Worcester said, why was it flipped? We flipped it because it was like player 1 and 2 were on the wrong side, and that would have been really annoying. Anyway, Phil and I, not me and Phil, said Brooklyn O. Shut up, Brooklyn! I'll be incorrect when I want to. These are impossible to take off. Like, you're supposed to just press this little button and then slide it off, but it's not easy. Like, you have to, like... And it's horrible, and everyone's like fucking up their hands because you get it caught on something and it breaks and you just snap it. Videos on YouTube of people like ripping their fingernails off. It's horrible. The best thing, someone made a 17-minute long video of people on TV doing like, here's me playing the new Nintendo thing and just not being able to do it and just like breaking it. The worst thing is that, I don't know if you can see, there's a plus sign on that. There's a plus sign here. You're supposed to put plus sign, plus sign, and put it like that. But if you turn it upside down and the wrong way round, you can do it backwards. And if you do that, it's stuck forever. It's broken forever. But it's, like, it's so hard. So Phil, literally on the first day we got it, just did that. And we spent 10 minutes literally banging it against a rock trying to fix it. So, yeah. The new Nintendo console, if you're a massive Zelda nerd who doesn't want to just get it for the Wii U, then maybe you can get it. If you have money to spend and you want to get a 1-2 Switch, or you're a YouTuber or content creator that needs to get it, then you can get it. Otherwise, I don't think it's worth getting a Switch yet, because there's no games on it. There's literally Just Dance, Zelda, 1-2 Switch, and a demo for some puzzle game about cutting out paper. So I'd wait, like, at least until the Mario 3D game and the Mario Kart remake is out, or maybe until Christmas to get a Switch. Because if you have a Wii U, you can play Zelda on there, and apparently it's not very different. Boom, there we go. I just woke up, it's 1 PM. Cynthia, you are a role model. Cecile wishes a dog randomly walked into a room. Okay, I'll say hi to the top fans. I feel like I'm neglecting you. Jotalina, Cecile, Lester Slug, Ella M27, Stella Riel, Shade Curry, Michelle with 5 underscores, Melanie Lanny, Burp, Rafie Loves Mangoes, and I Ate Luke, whose picture is Sean. Nice. Will you go to prom with us, said Ola and Franny. Oh, Ola and Franny, you're asking me to prom? That's so adorable, but you might be cannibals, so I can't condone that. Go with each other. You can go with friends. Don't feel like there's a pressure to date somebody if you don't want to, or you're too ready, or just forever alone. Just, you know, either go with a platonic friend, if worst comes to worst, or just take your waifu, literally just print off a picture or your body pillow and then say it's ironic and you're doing it for memes when actually you're doing it because you're desperately lonely. And, you know, no one will know. It'll be fine. Say hi to Mary and Bella, please. What up? Kick the Laney sister wants to know if I'm a poop neck. I mean, I don't know what that means, but, like, probably. I don't know. Song recommendations, said Jules. What new music has come out recently? I've been listening to the new music from Ibibo's Sound Machine. Nope. Okay. Ed Sheeran, Divide. Is that, like, out for everybody to listen to? Yeah. Is it on Spotify? Yeah, it is. New Ed Sheeran. I'm guessing that's what you're watching. Bex Bolster says Future. Yep, I mean, I love Future, obviously. Future is life. But I feel like these last 2 albums weren't his best. Just being honest. Rafi Loves Mango said, Dan, you always pronounce my name wrong. Sorry, is it Rafi? Rafai? Ra-fi? Wafi? Or is everything silent rather than the F and it's just F Loves Mangoes? One of those was right, surely. So yeah, I mean, Future, love him. I feel like his singles were always better than his albums. And they were good. Yeah. Ed Sheeran, obviously. Lorde. A lot of people... what do you guys think of the new Lorde single? Greenlight. What do you think? I just read the Hatfic praying for you right now. Rainbow Grumdrop Girl say hi to Kiara, Adriana and Chloe. What up, you guys? Love it. Too poppy for my tastes, says Force Choke Howl. Nice. I love Lorde, but it's not that good, says Zoe. Love it, said Ems. Meh, said Jasmine. Meh, said George. Meh, are you the same George? ASMR, said somebody. I don't know what that's doing anything. Yeah. Okay, cool. We've got opinions. What did Dan think? If you don't know, this is like pop culture. You should go watch the music video for the new Lorde single, Greenlight. Firstly, I love Lorde. One of my faves. She's amazing. I support her. I think she's just really cool and original, and she's good. I think her performance is great, because, you know, Lorde has such a unique voice, a great style. I think it was a really passionate, good performance. The lyrics are amazing to the song. Like, it's such a strong idea for the song, and the lyrics, they tell such a coherent story, and they show her internal conflict. It's just so well structured, and when I was reading the lyrics on Genius, I was like, this is good. Does he even look at this chat, said Kiwi? No, I don't. So yeah, I liked that. And it was just a really good catchy pop song. The only thing I didn't like was I thought the production was a bit generic. Like, what I loved about Lorde was how she was one of the pioneers of this really minimalistic, simple electropop. And it felt so fresh and clean. And for like a year, everyone was copying Lorde because she just sounded, you know, the producer that she teamed up with in New Zealand, it just sounded so cool and original, and that's why I loved the first album. I feel like this one, with the piano chords that are like, it just sounds like a keyboard preset for a pop song on some Yamaha that you'd get in school. You know what I mean? Like, there might be some kind of thing like, oh, it's a song about going clubbing because you broke up with some, and maybe that makes sense. I just feel like I love everything about it, but I hope that Lorde keeps having a unique sound with her production. Looking forward to the album, though. Where is the album? I like Lorde, but the piano is versus Death from a Watsky song. It's quite Watsky. Yeah, my friends are going to a Panic concert, but I can't go tonight. Rip me. That happened all the time to me as a teenager. I was like, Mum, can I have money to go to this concert? And they were like, no. And I was like, rip me. Have fun, all my friends. And they posted about it on MySpace. And I was like, I'm with you there. Don't worry. Have you heard Meghan Trainor's new song? Nope. What was your favourite game on 1-2-Switch? I mean, Quick Draw was pretty funny. Milk was, like, actually amazing because of the vibration technology. This is a really impressive piece of technology. It's just that this plastic thing that clips to it is really shit. Yeah, I always watch these when I should sleep. Who needs sleep when you could be virtually hanging out with some strange British guy on the internet? Am I right? Do more golf with friends. We did that. Bien quiffate mal. What did you think of Golf with Friends? I felt like it was the most, like, classy video ever. Golf! What do you think of golf? Like, I mean, if you don't play golf, you're probably like, golf seems like the most boring thing ever on TV. I've never played proper golf. I've only ever played mini crazy golf, which is, like, the best thing ever. I'm like, mini golf? Yes, lads. Let's do it. Everyone's like, amazing! Loved it! You liked the video. That's good. I play golf, said Illy. Interesting. Crazy golf is better, said Hayley. Crazy Golf is the biz, said Jack. Thanks. Kind of boring, said Martina. It seems kind of boring, but imagine if you were playing it. It seems quite relaxing. I feel like the more stressed you get in life and the more, anxious you just become over time, the more you crave relaxing hobbies and just the hig life of scented candles and reading books in quiet rooms. So I feel like, wow, you walk around a pretty manicured garden, just slowly hitting things, and then you drive between places because walking's too hard. Someone cute carries your things, and then you just go have a drink in a bar. Like, that's golf, you know what I mean? Like, the golf sport, hitting things with the ball, I don't know, like, maybe, I'm sure I'd find interest in it, but, like, the golf lifestyle, it's really snobby and gross, and I'm sure everyone at a golf club is, like, the worst kind of person, but I see the appeal, you know what I mean? So when we were playing golf with friends, I was like, I can buy in to the golf lifestyle. Just say, it's not relaxing at all. Okay. Sorry about that. Do you know Scam? Said Milix, though. Haven't watched it. Soz. No, though. Starry Minter said, I swear no one knows how to play my name. Was that correct? My grandma recently took up golf, said Eliza. Go you. That's good. Damn, we're wearing the same sweater. Good. From the girls section in Hot Topic. Yep. Very popular. You know, Hot Topic, sometimes it's the worst, and sometimes it has something that you like and you feel bad for liking it. It's like, Hot Topic is terrible, and yet I bought this jumper from it when I had no clothes in America, and it was good. You said it wrong. Oh, sorry. This thing that I've never watched. That's in another language. Yeah, I bought that really cringe American Horror Story t-shirt from it that, like, I love Evan Peters, and yet it's really terrible. All I know is I needed clothes when I was in America, and I still own it. I love your NASA shirt, said Olivia. Thanks. Got it in Houston, Texas. How was your day, said Jetlina? It was good. Been filming. Come to Argentina. Argentina! Okay, Luxana, I'll bear that in mind. Should I watch Riverdale, said Jed Lilia. Riverdale is still good. If you don't know what this is about, there's a new Netflix/the CW network show called Riverdale, which is a kind of reinvention of the Archie comics. And it's basically like a high school murder mystery drama. We're in a sexy high school where everyone looks like a sexy, perfect model in a rainy town that looks like a Tumblr blog. There's high school drama and a murder to solve. And sometimes it's quite edgy and really beautiful and good, and sometimes it's really cheesy and trashy and silly, and then sometimes it just meets in the middle and you're like, I need this in my life. It doesn't mind. Yeah, it's good. I think it's hilarious that Cole Sprouse, Jughead, and Betty are solving the mystery, who I ship so hard, honestly. Like, I think that I mean, maybe it's just because they've been, like, investigating. He went in for the tension, and I was like, I'm feeling it too. She needs to let go of Archie. Archie's such a wet sponge, honestly. They're out solving mysteries, and there's basically, if you don't watch the show, there's these two characters that are, like, the main guy's best friends, and they're solving this immense, like, murder mystery, and at the same time, the main character's just like, but do I like football or music? Like High School Musical, and it's so stupid. It's so stupid. Like, I love that it's and I don't want to offend anyone, because fans, seriously, they'll be like, Archie's my life, Dan, I'll stab you, IRL, don't offend my king. But I just feel like it's so funny that the main character just is this stupid High School Musical story, and then everyone else is, like, having intense drama. Parody PML said, Nintendo Switch. Yeah, it's pretty exciting. The return of Wholesome Howl. Indeed, Cecile. It's here. Forever. I saw my play in the school musical. It was Shrek the Musical. You did Shrek the Musical as your school play. That sounds amazing. Apparently they erased Jughead's asexuality. Did they? If that's true, that's bad. Because ace people are valid. You know, like everything else in our society, just because someone's telling you that's how it works, doesn't mean you have to change yourself to fit in. You go with the flow. If you feel one way and then you feel another way, that's okay. Don't feel the pressure to define yourself according to what other people say. Take as much time as you need. Define yourself as 10 different things. It's okay. In short, just don't feel the pressure. At Tatanophilia, I threw up twice. I don't remember anyone puking, Katie, so good. What do you think of BTS? Not today. Dan opens a tab. All the time. I love preaching, Dan. Was that preaching? Preaching's a bad word. Preaching's like, I'm telling you what God is saying. I'm just telling you my shitty advice. BTS, not today. MV. Okay, this is cool. It's coloured. There's so many members. There's a really long intro. It's a minute long. Okay, it looks like a cult. I'll never. Okay. Hip-hop, honestly. What happened to wholesome, shiny, acoustic ballad K-pop? It's all, like, wannabe gangster now. But you can't deny the talent of these K-pop idols. Where do they even get so much talent from? Do they breed them from birth to dance and sing so well? I feel like the industry of K-pop, there should be more appreciation for, A, the choreographers and the fashion designers, because for every perfectly talented idol that is 10 out of 10 on beauty, singing, and dancing, there's a costume designer and choreographer that's just pumping it out at the same... Okay, I'm going to watch that later. Follow Meme Saggy on Tumblr. Maybe you can tweet me some after this. Dan, you liked fan art on Tumblr earlier. Sometimes I don't read captions. Sometimes I'm just like, this is a good, well-drawn piece of art. And then I watch it and they're like, here's my drawing of Dan fisting Phil. And I'm like, okay, well, I thought we were like playing Animal Crossing or something. Whoops, I should read that next time. You should come to Nottingham. Did we go to Nottingham on tour? I can't remember. Oh my god, yes, BTS. A lot of you seem very happy. Don't compare K-pop with singers in other singers in your mind. Are you offended that I'm saying K-pop is good? Are you offended that I'm saying that K-pop is better than everything else? Either way, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you're Korean or not. You can still sing. You know, not all K-pop is auto-tuned and fake. I'm sure most of them probably can sing because there's such an intense, like, factory line of people desperately trying to make these new K-pop bands that I don't think they probably have time for anyone that isn't talented. So, whilst the art is very manufactured and everything about it's kind of behind the times, there's just a lot of fun to crafting it. Come to the Netherlands. Oh god, here we go. Come to Argentina, come to South America, come to Ireland. Did you like Ireland? Come to Canada. Yeah, I did like Ireland. Straighten your hair, you hobbit. Maybe I will when it gets too long, but then I'll just get it cut again. I'm sorry. Wavy hair's trendy at the moment, and I love not straightening my hair. Your What in Tarnation tweet. I love What in Tarnation, the trendy meme about the cowboy hat. So, I'm sure if you know what I'm on about with What in Tarnation, you know the original meme, at least what I think is the original meme, I mean it probably is not, knowing the internet, of a sheep squinting with a cowboy hat, and someone wrote What in Tarnation. That is not new. That's old. I don't know if that's like 6 months old, or like a year old, or like 4 years old, but that What in Tarnation picture with the dog has been around for ages, and it's just like in the last 2 weeks, everyone changing Tarnation to something Asian, and then putting the cowboy hat sticker on Twitter. It just exploded. It has probably already died. I'm sure Ellen's probably done a thing in it. I haven't looked somewhere, but I thought that was quite fun. I'm really behind any meme that's just incredibly stupid and easy, and it's just like a shitposting epidemic. What in YouTube Nation? I mean, honestly, like, here we go. What in MCR? Have you seen the MCR? What's the MCR one? What in Fire Nation? Yep. Dan, what are your thoughts on Cash Me Outside? I loved Cash Me Outside. Cash Me Outside, how about that? Yeah. I feel like everyone's like, that meme's dead! I feel like Cash Me Outside, how about that will be a reference forever. I feel like it's just so good. What in Vape Nation? What in Live Show Nation? Here we go. This is the chat now. Apparently, over 10,000 people are watching on YouTube, and they're telling me to get people over. I love that you now can do pop-ups like that. People watching this live on YouTube right now, hello, thanks for subscribing to Dennis Not Interesting. If you look in the description, there'll be a link to a website called YouNow. If you log in on the website, or you download the app for your phone, you can join the chat, which is over here, not there, and that's the chat that I'm actually reading. So I appreciate you watching me on your preferred website. Just letting you know that if you click on that link, same for people on Tumblr, if you're watching me on Tumblr and there's that link under the post, give it a click. Dan, why did you do the auto-tweet today? Today I was just like, I cannot bear to come up with another tweet for you. I feel like after 4 years, I'm starting to run out. This is either going to go two ways. Either I don't care and I'm just going to let it do the auto-tweet that I'm live on you now and then just delete it afterwards because I think it's uglying up my profile. Or I need like a funny Dan-written tweet that I post every week. Who knows? What in cultural appreciation met with no depreciation? Nice DJ Howell reference there. It's still the entire chat, Jesus. It's just completely destroyed this. Melody said, new din-off soon, hints. Yeah, I was going to make a video, and then I didn't. That kind of ruined my plans. And then I decided to do another video, and I filmed like half of it, and now I've got to do the other half of it and then edit it. I'd like there to be a new Dan Is Not On Fire video before the next live show that I do on Tuesday, definitely, or I'd be sad. Let's see how that goes. I might die, could get hit by a truck, I might just have an existential crisis. No promises, but, I mean, I haven't forgot. I'm having an identity crisis, help. Ellie, you take your time. You don't need to decide your identity. Just feel it over time. Blankets are always needed, always. Even in the summer, Melanie. What will I do? What will I do? Who usually cooks, you or Phil? We take it in turns based on how lazy we are. Most decisions are made with rock, paper, scissors. Sometimes we don't cook at the same time because I might be playing a video game for 10 hours. Or usually editing a video until like 11 PM. Or doing a live show right now. That happens more often than you'd think. Hello Dan, it's 6 in the morning here, said Sunny E. Wow, are you feeling sunny? I guess it's sunny for you if you just woke up. Hey, thanks for making my life better. That's a very kind thing to say, Anna. Dan, do you like the 1975? Yeah, I like the 1975's Brit performance. I love that everyone was like, ITV got hacked. It's like, no, like this is obviously their aesthetic. Shut up. Best Bo Burnham special. Best? What? I don't know. You're making me choose between children. MCR's one was, what in separation? Okay, too soon. Wow, it's been like 10 years and it's too soon. What do you think about Black Mirror? Every time a comment about Black Mirror. What about the rebranding video? What? There is no honestly, are people still... Rebranding is a meme. There is no rebranding. Make it sound so dramatic. Everything's the same, just with more attractive graphic design. But let's see how many months it takes me to change my YouTube banner. Not that the one that I made myself on Photoshop isn't a beautiful, ugly piece of thing that's incredibly outdated. Who am I kidding? Yes, it is. What in deactivation? Yeah, that's the master plan. Do Bates Motel, said Chloe J. Yes, Bates Motel is back! What in prioritization? That's not a word. Prioritization. There we go, that's what I meant to say. Bates Motel is a show about a boy who lives in a motel with his mum, and the boy is a serial killer, and the mum is trying to protect her child, and it's weird and creepy. This show is amazing. It started off, and I was like, is this a bit trashy? Is it a bit silly? I don't know. And it turned into, like, one of the best dramas. I swear to God, the last season. Where were the Golden Globes? Where were the Emmys? Where are the Emmys? Where is Norman's Emmy? Where is Norma's Emmy? Where are the Emmys? Give them the Emmys. It's called Bates Motel. It's on Netflix, don't know. Bates, as in B-A-T-E-S. It's got murder and sadness in it, but it's so good. It'll ruin your life. And even though the main character is a serial killer and he's really creepy and horrible, you'll have a crush on him and you'll just think you're so bad. Dan, can you please get a dog? Who knows? Maybe one day. Raph, or however I pronounce your name. Are you excited for Australia next month? Yep, should be fun. Dan, why haven't you committed? Is it gory? It's gory. I'll say again. The reason me and Phil don't know whether we're going to more conventions is because we can't commit to the timings, but we will let you know, so don't worry. No point asking every time and getting upset. We'll let you know as and when we can go to a convention. D-dubs. Basically, for this Australia thing, we just wanted an excuse to maybe go back to Hong Kong again. Not sure. But yeah. What about Ed's new album, mate? Divide. I haven't listened to the whole thing all the way through. I was just like having some listen-throughs. I mean, more Ed Sheeran. What's not to love? Top 10 TV shows. Don't know, Andrea. Off the top of my head, I'll just name some that I like. Game of Thrones, Lost, Fringe, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, 24, Homeland. What else? Battlestar Galactica. What else is good? I've probably forgotten all my faves and all your faves. There we go, that's just what came to my mind. Bam. Doctor Who, that is not on the list. Walking Dead, that is not on the list. Say hi to Kylie and Laura. What up, you guys? Are you having a nice day? Do you like Louisiana? Did we go to Louisiana? I love that I can't remember where I went on tour. I've obviously just repressed it because it was too much time being outside. Amber Grinstead said favourite Radiohead album. Favourite Radiohead album is either In Rainbows, which it probably is, and I think that's the answer, and sometimes Kid A, and sometimes Amnesiac if I'm feeling like a hipster. Have you seen the OA? Yes, it's amazing. Dan, get rid of your anime pillow. My what? I'm what? Have you seen the WikiLeaks thing? I don't know how to feel about WikiLeaks. Like, they used to be like the edgy good guys that all the progressives loved, but now they just seem like they've got this strange right-wing agenda. Let's not talk about politics, because I'll get put on a list. Who am I kidding? I'm already on a list. But it's safe to say that I feel like WikiLeaks has some kind of strange right-wing agenda, and it's weird. I'm failing college. Should I drop out? I mean, unless you want to, like, try harder or something, just follow your heart, man. Everyone's just telling me to get a dog. The gaming vid, I did not expect that. What did you not expect it to be so disgusting? Blame Japan. Who knows? Rachel said, main channel video. Don't worry. Working on one. You'll see one. I ate Luke. Said, wish my sister Poppy luck in hospital. Oh, well, good luck, Poppy, whatever reason you're going to hospital. Stay strong. Have fun. And good luck. Where's Phil? Said, it's Erin. Dunno. Do you like Coop? I think Shay meant to say K-pop there, but it didn't come out right. Talk about the Oscars, you twat, said Johnny. Okay, thank you for that. The Oscars were good. As you know, me and Phil and some pals stayed up the whole night to watch the Oscars, and yes, during that time, Phil accidentally fell asleep for a bit, and I did take a creep shot of him. Phil is... me and Phil are having... I mean, I think ever since I exposed him with the cereal thing, it seems like we're having some kind of public creep shot war that's not stopping, and I feel like this is just going to keep escalating. So whether it's Dan looking like a sad pimp, sleeping on the floor, Phil asleep, or whatever, I think it's just going to keep happening. So if you're liking these candid shaming tweets from me and Phil, don't feel like they're going to stop anytime soon. There we go. But yeah, I liked the Oscars. I thought Jimmy Kimmel was good. I really wanted Moonlight to win. I feel like towards the end of the night, I got my hopes up, because after the whole Oscars so white racist thing last year, I was like, they can't give the award to La La Land, just because, I mean, they should give it to Moonlight, but maybe this time they'll actually realise that they should give it to Moonlight, basically. So that was my bet. And then they did, but oh my god. So if you don't know, I mean, you all know what happened, right? Basically, the guy that has the envelope that says Best Picture Moonlight accidentally handed the guy one of the backup Best Actress Emma Stone ones. So the guy opened it live on TV and it said Best Actress Emma Stone La La Land, and he was like, what? What? And he just looked for like half a minute, like he was like, what's happening? I'm confused. And there was a lady next to him that was like, why aren't you talking? This is a really long awkward silence. And then imagine you're next to somebody and then they show you it. What does that usually mean at an awards show? It means I'm letting you read it. So the woman just saw blah, 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 and just went, La La Land! And then everyone got up. They started clapping for La La Land. They played the La La Land music. It was the most awkward. And then me and my friend, it's like, we all literally went at the same time because we were all rooting for Moonlight. But then, when the shitstorm happened, when they went Moonlight, we all stood up and went, yes! I feel like I need to say, because there's a lot of La La Land fans out there that are valid, I loved La La Land, don't get me wrong. I've had the La La Land songs stuck in my head all day, every day, for a month. I've been listening to that soundtrack like 2 or 3 times a week, and it's just so good. There's things about it that are okay, and maybe a couple things about it that are a bit naff, but there's lots about La La Land that's fab. So to all the La La Land fans out there, I'm not knocking on it. I love it. It's just that Moonlight was probably a more mature and better drama that's more interesting original filmmaking. But when the Oscars give the award for Best Picture to somebody, it is a spotlight that they can shine on something. And, you know, people, maybe you can think it shouldn't be political, it should be just what people think is the best film, but what does best mean, you know what I mean? Is it just the best made film? In which case, I think it still could have been Moonlight. But also, when you've got a film about white people and jazz and Hollywood and people making it as millionaire celebrities, or you've got a film about working class gay black people in Miami, one of them seems more relevant in 2016. And it definitely was. Like, you can argue about whether it was or wasn't the better film. I feel like in a way it was more original and more mature and a better drama than La La Land, which was more just like fun. And La La Land was amazing, but I thought Moonlight, like, it defined a whole thing, and it's one of those films that people that don't understand what it is to grow up in a black working class community, or what it's just like to be in America, or what it's like to grow up gay, or the combination of all of those things, it just tells such a story that's so important for people to hear, and it's just so good. Dan is 2017. Did I say 2016? I do that all the time. So I was very happy that Moonlight won. I was actually like, it was my ideal set of awards for like nearly everything, because Damien Chazelle was the best director for La La Land, if you see some of the things that he did. So I was so happy that he won for director. La La Land obviously won best song and best thing. I mean, I would have loved Lin-Manuel to win something / more. But I was very happy for La La Land to win the 2 song ones, because obviously it had the best one. The director was the best director. Emma Stone won Best Actress. That's great. And then Moonlight won, was it Adapted Screenplay, Best Supporting Actor for Mahershala Ali, which was amazing. And then Best Picture. Happy with that. Happy with that. It was good. Moana was robbed. There's a lot of fans. Honestly, there's things that divide Tumblr and the world of fandoms right down the middle. Nothing has caused a war in Tumblr quite like animated picture between Moana and Zootopia. Because honestly, especially in like the social justice community, people are like, Moana is important. It's a princess of colour. It's about indigenous people. It's good. It was written by Lin-Manuel. And then some people are like, no, Zootopia is about racism. And then there were people saying, this is more wholesome. This is more wholesome. Moana was better. No, Zootopia was better. And I'm like, can't we just be grateful that we had 2 animated films that were both really good influences for people? Whatever. So that was fun. I was just like, I don't have a horse in this race, but people on Tumblr are mad as hell. Next Sims video said miss me. It'll be soon. What do you think of the new Sims? Me and Phil have got some gaming videos on the way. It's going to be pretty fun. Have you seen... So if you didn't see the last Sims video, Jesus Christ... Dill, our sim, has invented a ray gun at his scientist career that can transform objects into other objects, and Phil convinced us, peer pressured us, to go into someone else's house, Eliza Pancakes, and warp their things, and spoiler alert, we set fire to her bed and she cried, and then she started crying. Why have you focused on Denethal Games so much recently? We haven't been focusing on it, we've we're not on tour or whatever. The thing is, like, Dan is Not On Fire and Amazing Phil videos, we feel like they define us, so we spend a lot more time coming up with the ideas. There's a lot more pressure to be original and creative. I feel like, especially Dan is Not On Fire, I know I'm way too serious and controlling about the order of videos, what videos go up, whether an idea is good enough or not, and I just freak out all the time, whereas the gaming videos are like, just film it. So, it's not like it's taking time away from saying anything else. It's just because we're not on tour, basically. Dan and Phil Crafts. I don't know what that is. Not familiar. Never heard of a craft. Pancake Day, said Pocantonia. Yeah, I think Phil told you about that. We ordered pancakes off the internet, which was bad. What was the video you scrapped? It's not... I never scrap ideas. I just feel... I'm like, am I ready to, do this idea yet? Or is this, like, totally an April video? I'm like that all the time. For example, when did I tell you about my piano teacher video? Like, a year ago, and then it was my last video. Dan, who knows how the mind works. Say hi to Lux and Justy. What up, Luxy, that I just named you. Please say hi to the Weatherspoons O'Clock group chat. I can relate to that, Donna, getting on that Curry Wednesday, or whatever the hell it is. Are you well, said Caitlin. You're not well, you're a person. Oh, I'm not well. Well, maybe I am a deep, dark pit of despair that you'll drown in if you get too deep. Wow. Okay, that's cool. I'm sad. Would you like to cheer me up? Well, I mean, we're 50 minutes into this live show. If it hasn't happened yet, then this is just a complete flop. I'm sorry, but I hope things are going well for you. Dan, why do you wear the star blanket sometimes and the sad pimp blanket sometimes? Ah, where is it? The big fluffy thing. Yes. I love my big fluffy blanket. It's basically how cold it is, because that big fluffy polyester animal one is really hot. So if it's freezing as hell, I'll wear that. But it's mainly because it like looks good. I don't know. Emma Watson. I mean, yeah. You know what I'm going to say. No one passed me the ball in gym. Wow, Morgan. I mean, no one passed me the ball in like 6 years of school because they knew that I would just, you know, kick it over a fence. So I can relate to that. That's fine. What should I do for my 21st birthday? What country you're in? Can you do anything legally? In the UK, what can you do legally? You can buy pornography, because we all buy that these days, don't we? Your smile makes my days better. There we go. I hope that was fun for you. I can't believe you licked the cartridges. Neither can I, but here we are. Seriously, don't do it. You could break it. I feel like you really could break it. Dan, any video you make is good content. You could probably just film yourself eating. Yes, but I need to feel that it's right. Or maybe I should go to see somebody about that, because that's just not real, and I have some kind of issue. Should I get a septum piercing? If you want, do it. Like, this video has 420 likes. This video has 420,000 thumbs up. Blaze it, you now. 420k thumbs up. Woo! And it's March. You're a month and 3 days too early. Minus 3 days. That's cool. Dan, talk about your kinks. Dan, what was the last lie you told? Dan, you've grown so much. Dan, go to the Houses of Parliament in 2 weeks. This is truly a diverse chat. I do like this. Also see Hamilton when it opens. Way ahead of you, Melanie. Me and Phil are going to watch Hamilton when it opens. D-dubs about that. Any new anime recommendations? No, we're still watching Steven Universe, which is legitimately the best thing ever. It just continues to be so good. It's just, there's so many pop culture references. I feel like I'm on the exact same wavelength of inspirations as the creators of Steven Universe, whereby the creators obviously like XYZ pop culture and they insert references in all the time, and I appreciate all of them. Phil and I! I'm just going to keep saying me and Phil to piss you off, because you will deserve to go to hell. Yep. Dan, will you finally embrace your curls? No, I'll never embrace my curls. I think my curly hopper hair is ugly. I'm going to straighten my hair forever. Tips on how to adult. You're asking me. My career is literally me talking about how I am yet not to know how to be an adult. I'll let you know when I work that out. My friend kink shamed me. Ditch them. You don't need that in your life. You need friends that make you feel valid. Even if you're a cannibal. Maybe not. How do I tell my friends and family I'm a furry? I mean, you know, furries are a joke. But at what point are we going to consider furries just as valid as everything else? You know, we say, oh, this sexuality, this gender, it needs representation, this way of thinking, this, you know, we shouldn't shame anybody for this. And furries are a big joke, and, you know, it's okay to joke about some things, not to some different extents or whatever, but just letting you know, what are your opinions? Just planting that seed in your mind, and that seed looks like a big purple fox. Could you say hi to Marin and Lynn? What up, Min? Yeah, that's right. I just did that. How do you stop being disturbingly sad? Said Eileen. You guys are asking me the most useless questions. I mean, honestly, whose show are you coming to? You should go to like #happy on you now or something. I appreciate you asking though. I hope you have a lovely day. I got up at 6 a.m. to watch this, said Alyssa. Wow, there's something wrong with you. Ah, please don't straighten your hair. So many. Embrace the hobbit hair. Will you watch the film Life? Perhaps. Logan, talk about Logan. You twat. You're the same person that called me a twat earlier. I'm going to watch Logan, D-dubs. I haven't watched the other two Wolverine movies because they got, like, average reviews. And obviously this one's, like, amazing and everyone's like, it's the best movie ever. Anyone that's seen Logan and the other two Wolverine movies, do you think I need to watch X-Men Origins Wolverine and The Wolverine in order to fully appreciate Logan? Or can I just watch Logan? Let me know. Because I'm going to go watch Logan, but I don't know if I want to. Everyone's like, yes, yes. No, you don't have to. Not really. Nah. Yes. No. No, you don't. Yes. But Troy. Is Troy in Logan? Watch Origins. Come to Slovakia. Just watch Logan. Deadpool 2. Okay. I'll see how I feel. Thank you for your tips. Indeed. Do you have future projects, or are you going with the flow? There's future projects, always, but going with the flow for now. I mean, I have dreams. I have fleeting daydreams where I ponder what I want to do with the future. My birthday's in 2 days. Happy birthday then. Troy is Baby Logan. Oh, Troy then. You're saying I should watch the old movie because Troy was Baby Logan. Interesting. Well, more Troy in my life is always a good thing. Do you like corn? It said Parody PML. I mean, is that a euphemism for something? I don't really know how to approach that. Corn's pretty good. I like corn on the cob. I like corn off the cob. I like barbecued corn. I like cornmeal. I like cornbread. Corn, it's pretty good. Speaking of corn, you know, I watched the other day The Witch, the movie The Witch. Are you that famous person? Said Brie. What does that mean? The Witch is a horror movie, and it came out like a year ago, or maybe 2 years ago. It's just called The Witch, and it had like good reviews. And I am a horror enthusiast. Phil is a horror enthusiast. Marzia, Cutie Pie. We both love her because she's a horror enthusiast, and we have like nerdy conversations about horror movies. If you're a horror fan, it's sometimes hard because like 80% of horror movies are trash. They're just bad. Like sometimes there's a good one, like The Conjuring or The Babadook, which some people think is not good. And I'm like, The Babadook is great, and if you didn't appreciate the whole thing as a metaphor for grief, then you didn't appreciate The Babadook. But The Witch is so good. Basically, it's about a family in like the 1600s, like a British family that have moved to New England as, you know, new Americans start a new life, and they get kicked out of the town and they're living by woods, and then evil things start happening. The first half an hour, you might think it's kind of boring because they're all speaking in like ye olde English, and you're like, I can't understand what anyone says. If you're a horror fan, watch it. It escalates. It escalates. It is. I thought, oh, is this going to be like slow and intelligent and nothing good or scary or violent is going to happen? Shit, I was wrong. It's amazing. I loved it. If you're a horror fan, go watch The Witch. If you have seen... Wait, The Babadook was awful. You didn't get... The thing with horror is a lot of people go into it with this whole, like, I'm not scared by horror, where they feel like they need to prove how tough they are. And then when they're not scared, they're like, it's crap, I wasn't even scared by it, when they're probably secretly crying. Like, it's okay to be scared. It's okay to show emotion. I am so scared. I have a hyperactive imagination. I'm like freaking traumatized by every horror movie I see. I love it. I go into horror and I can appreciate, one, is this a good movie or a shit movie? Two, is it scary? Is it not scary? The Babadook was quite scary, but a really good movie, in my opinion. The Witch was a quite good movie, really good movie, and then depending on what you're scared of, it could be really scary. It was just solid. I love the original Japanese version of The Ring. Yeah, that's a good example. That's terrified as hell. But why are we talking about horror in March? I'm just letting you know. Do you watch Homeland? Yep, Homeland is amazing. The new series of Broadchurch. Need some more Olivia Colman in your life. If Olivia Colman is not the queen of your body, then you need to watch more dramas with Olivia Colman in them. I mean, David Tennant's good, but Olivia Colman, right? So, yeah. There's so much TV at the moment. Broadchurch, Walking Dead, Homeland, Riverdale, and they're all good. I'm like, too much TV. It's always a good time. Tabanoff was at my school library. Whoops. Don't know why they did that. Do you watch Modern Family? Yep, I love that. That's good. Dad, what did you have for dinner? I had a Lebanese curry with tzatziki. Speak some Japanese. That would be terrible. If you want me to be offensive and ruin this whole thing, that's just gonna... That's how to do it. Because frankly, I started watching you 5 days ago and I can't stop. Haha, said Gracetine. Yep, there's lots of new people watching me. Thanks if you discovered my Dennis Not On Fire videos. our Dan and Full Games videos, me in a video on Phil's channel. If you just stumbled across this on YouNow, hello, I'm Dan, I make stupid YouTube videos, click on a link somewhere. They'll make you procrastinate so you don't get on with the important things in your life. I'm so sorry. What in sleep deprivation? Is that you now because I'm doing this? Okay. I'll leave soon. Don't worry. So yeah, I mean, it's been a pretty fun week. Don't worry about Dancing on Fire. It's coming. Eventually. Glad to see that you're enjoying the gaming videos. I hope you're doing well. You really know how to sell yourself, huh? You know me, YouTuber's king of self-promo, and I have nailed mine, obviously. Remember when you called us dinosaurs? Ha ha ha. Nope, I don't. Repress that. Don't recall that. Not familiar with that. That's in a box under the stairs in my brain in a cupboard, and the cupboard's locked, and I live in a different house now. Thank you for joining me on this Tuesday evening. If you've stayed for an hour, if you stayed for 10 minutes, if you got bored and left after one, that's okay. I appreciate you. I hope you've had a nice day. I hope you had a nice couple of weeks. I think I'm probably gonna be here next week. I'm like going to dinner and I'm gonna try to be back for the live show. I hope I'll make it in time. Look forward to the videos. I hope you like them. I hope you're good. Stay hydrated, watch TV, and just have a nice time. Thanks for joining me. You're all cool dogs. Bye.